Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you weren't here for the last video, I showed off that I had a Squid 2 v2.5, whatever you want to call it, by Lucas Cow, Squid Industries, Squid Master 23, whatever. So this is $175, which is a really good deal for what you're getting. But I'm gonna point out some of the flaws. One of the best things is like the blade rub. It's got like no blade rub. Obviously I haven't tuned this in a while, but I'm not really, I haven't tuned this in a while, but it has no blade rub if you tune it down all the way. And even now it has really good handle play. Alright, let's get into the pros and cons. Pros: very grippy. Very grippy. Almost as grippy as G10, maybe even grippier than G10. It's bead blasted and it has a kind of texturing on it, which is really nice. And it has the greatest ring. Alright, now there are a few more pros that I'll get into later, but let's just get to the cons because that's probably the most important thing about a knife. Obviously this is only $175, so it's very cheap, and this obviously is personal preference, but whatever. On-crown spine. This spine should be crowned. I don't care what the pricing is. Money doesn't matter. You're crowning a spine. You know, that's like not a lot of money. That does not cost. It's practically free crowning a spine. But I'm not sure why this spine is not crowned. It should be. This thing robs your fingers off. Like I pointed out in my EX10 review. And I was comparing this to the EX10 clone. Yeah. Another thing, these handles are really blocky. Obviously they're chamfered, they're like rounded off, chamfered edges and everything, nothing sharp, but they're very blocky. And if you're not used to blocky knives, then this knife is gonna feel very awkward in your hands, and you're not gonna be able to flow with it. Balance point is about right where this hole is. Yeah, it's about there. So I think that's about an inch behind the handles. I don't know much about the Imperial system, but I think that's about an inch behind the handles, and that just makes it almost perfectly balanced, because this thing is handle bias. You can definitely notice it. You can definitely notice this thing is handle bias, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, but you know. Another thing, this Zen nipple is, look at that. There's too much excess metal here. I feel we could have just cut it off, sanded it down, and done. Mine was supposed to come Loctited, because it says all squids come Loctited, but mine obviously didn't, because the screws back out still, even now. Yeah, but obviously you can fix that. You can just Loctite it, or you can do what I do, and I use Teflon tape. Just wrap a bit of Teflon tape onto the pivots and screw them in, and then I'll keep them like stuck in there. Okay, another thing, these bottoms very sharp. I've had this hit my leg while flipping. I'll sit in my chair and I'll flip. This thing will hit my leg, scratch me up, bleed, all that stuff. Right, so these should be sanded down a bit, even just the tiniest bit, just the corners. Even just sand on these corners and they should be fine. But obviously don't do it yourself because you scratch the anodizing. I got the green model, which to be honest was kind of a mistake because I don't really like it. Oh, I hated it at first, but it's kind of grown on me a bit, so now I don't fully hate it. Another thing, that this is probably just a problem with mine, it's got a weird blade finish on the top. There's a bit of scratching, or I'm not sure what that is there. That's been there since I opened it, and I'm not even sure what that is. Also, in one of these handles, this one, there's a bit of scratching. That was from the factory, that was not from me. And What else? Yeah, this right here is very sharp. Not sharp enough to cut you. You can still chaplain, but you definitely notice it. I like that how it's very sharp. So then you can definitely notice when you're on the wrong handle. That's very good. And this whole pattern here, you can just mill. I think you can just mill out the teeniest bit of metal from both of these, and it will be completely balanced. This blade shape is probably my favorite. If it's not my favorite, then I'd say second only to the Triton Tanta, which is very nice. This thing is very good for fanning and tricks that carry momentum. You can go really fast with this knife. It's not a slow knife at all. And obviously I pointed out a lot of like cons, but for a knife that's only 175 US, this is very nice. Obviously it's aluminium, which I'm not sure, but I think you can get a low grade titanium for around the same price, because I know the clone manufacturers, they have titanium and all their knives are cheaper than this, relatively same price or cheaper than Squid, but you know, that could be just China manufacturing. Yeah, aluminium dense easier and scratches easier, so you want to make sure that you flip over carpet. But if you beat your knives, then it's alright. It's an alright beater. It definitely would work as a beater, but I wouldn't recommend it because aluminium dents really easily, and beating it will make it look very not nice. So I don't beat my knives, so I just flip it over carpet and beds. Yeah, this thing carries momentum very nice. Ricochets don't work too well. They kind of lag behind a bit, but you know, and it has a really good noise. That ring. And I'm bad, but you know, very good knife. I'd rate it about 8. I give it an 8 out of 10. I'd recommend this over an. I'd recommend this over a Basilisk clone. Sorry for this. I definitely recommend this over a Basilisk clone. Basilisk clones are more balanced, I'd say, but they're less smooth, worse tolerances, such and such. And this is about relatively the same prices. This and this, oh, gross hair, ew. Yeah, this is very good for the price, and I definitely recommend this. 8 out of 10. Solid knife.